I'm Alan Lacer. I'm a wood rounder, originally from Oklahoma. I live in Wisconsin now for about 23 years. Went from the furnace to the deep freeze. I teach here at Marc's. I think this is year 27 or 28. I do at least 5 classes a year for Marc. This week is one of my specialties. It's about the Skew Chisel. This is a small one, a 4-inch one. I don't let the students use this one, but these were actually used in a furniture center in England for many years, a 4-inch wide skew. What they're doing, they're learning the basic cuts with the Skew Chisel. We're not really a project class, but we're going to make a few things just to apply the technique. This is seen as probably one of the most feared tools in wood turning, and takes a fair bit of skill to learn to use it consistently. So that's what they're doing. They're learning individual cuts, and tomorrow we're going to start making things applying the different cuts. Most of the students here have had experience turning. A few people have no experience. In some ways that's actually an advantage to learn this tool. They don't have any bad habits to overcome or any real fear of the tool. So I do this one every year at the beginning of the year and the end of the year. Marc has me do a beginning wood turning. We call it Wood Turning 101. I've done that one for easily 25 years. So if I live long enough, in 20 years, I know where I'm going to be the first week of April, the last week of October. That's been our model forever. So people ask me, what is my background in my woodworking? Well, my background was actually studying philosophy. I had a bachelor's and master's, was admitted to a PhD program, already had a dissertation virtually written, and I decided to take 1 year off to go see the world. And you know what? I found out I loved the world and I never went back. So an old professor told me once that in philosophy, if you get deep enough into it, it relates to everything you do. And at age 20, that didn't make any sense, but it really does. I find that wood turning and design is just as challenging as anything in philosophy. My specialty was trying to understand Greek philosophy, like Plato and Aristotle, was inspired by the life of Socrates. And some of the turnings I do right now are based on ancient Greek pottery forms that are actually beautiful, beautiful. And that's actually was part of my education too, was studying ancient Greek history and their architecture and pieces that they made. And I learned a little bit about they were wood turners in classical times in Athens. We know what they made and we know what kind of tools they had to some extent. So there's an unusual connection to it all. But I still use it, I still read philosophy, and I still find it's not that different from trying to think very clearly about wood turning and about design in wood turning.